Hey lovelies, so another time for a video. I've put some things on the bed here that I want to show you that I also use for my weight loss journey. But first off, the stats. I have finished the master cleanse, as you guys know, quite a while ago, like 2 weeks ago, close to 3. And I have followed all the easing out rules. I've drank the orange juice first, the vegetable broth. I didn't eat no milk products, cheese, eggs, meat, all that stuff. And on that journey of easing out, I have found out that I feel really good with those very clean and easy foods, which means, nothing complicated, nothing like processed. Well, some of the stuff obviously was made by a company, so it is processed in a way, but it's biological, it's organic, or it's just very simple made. No, like, those dishes that you can buy ready in a pack and just flip it in the microwave and eat it. None of that. So I prepare all my meals fresh. That's one thing that I recommend to anybody that's trying to lose weight. Don't buy that stuff, that the people try to sell you stuff with no fat, no sugar, but there's always something hidden in there. When you're cooking fresh, you know exactly what is in there. Now, don't get me wrong. In the future, I definitely will be eating maybe a Snickers again, or a Milky Way, or go out to eat and order a pizza or whatever. But I'm talking about general everyday eating. So for everyday eating, I chose now to eat vegetarian for a while. What I incorporate is basically vegetables, all sorts of vegetables, fruit, nuts, herbs, tofu, and cheese. Why cheese? Because that is one thing that I've been craving ever since I started the master cleanse. My body's really telling me to go grab it, and it's not like it's chocolate or something that's very unhealthy in my eyes. So I just said, okay, I'll have the cheese, which is also protein source. Um, but I did exclude for now, for the next 1 month or 2 months at least, I'm excluding bread, I'm excluding noodles, pasta of any sort, rice, um, crackers, anything that's like straight up carb. I mean, there's carbs in the fruits that I eat or in the vegetables that I eat, most definitely, but it's a different sort of carb. I also try not to eat too much glutamate or gluten. I don't know how you call it in the States or in English in general. But it's the kind of glue that sticks the food together. It's not too good for you. So I'm trying to get that as reduced as possible. When I go shopping, I buy the obvious healthy foods, which is the vegetables, the fruit, and all other things. I do read the back of the package. I read the nutritional information, and I also calculated my caloric intake that I want to have to lose weight and my fat intake that I want to have to lose weight. So I always like watch out when I combine food, when I buy food, that there's many ways to combine those foods without going over my caloric intake, without going over my fat intake. So that's a good thing. Plus, whenever I cooked or did something that I found very tasty and good, delicious, and it didn't have a lot of fat and calories, I put it in my booklet of recipes. Here, on the first page, I've written down the reasons why I want to lose weight, and then a typical recipe would look like that. Sorry. A typical recipe would look like that. I give it a name here. Then I write down the ingredients and then the steps you have to take to get that food made. So maybe now that I've already showed you my motivations to lose weight, I might as well read it to you. Okay, my motivations, and these are in no particular order. It's just things that motivate me or make me feel like I want to lose weight. Beautiful new clothes, confidence, being more able to move, like have more mobility, um, being more healthy for me, family, and my boyfriend. Successful, like the feeling of being successful. Um, I want to weigh between 68 to 72 kilos, so that's between like 130 to 140 pounds. 2 to 3 times gym a week, that's my goal. Eat everything, being able to eat everything once I reach that weight, and always, have an eye on it. Once a month, go out and eat something very nice and not watch the calories, not watch the fat intake. Just enjoy a glass of Coke, a nice pizza, a nice dessert, whatever it is. Only weigh yourself when you can handle fluctuations. Um, a lot of variety in my diet. Um, when I work in daycare where I also have to eat with the kids, but I have cleared that last week with my boss, and it's all right for me to bring my own food, so that's good. Um, always bring my own food to work because the food there tends to be, I wouldn't say it's very fatty. I mean, it's for the kids, so it is like good food, but it's, you cannot control who makes it. It's always one time it's this woman, one time it's that woman, and you never know what kind of oil they use, this, that. So I choose to do that myself. Cook with various colors, not just, that you have one color on your plate, but like make it like a rainbow. Use a lot of colors. Use a lot of seasoning. Seasoning is so good for you, and don't just get like ordinary seasoning. Buy that special stuff, like I bought this one, and this one's from a health food store. It's been quite expensive, like $6 or more. No, $6, about $6, but it's so good and it smells so nice. And for frying, I got the coconut virgin oil that I use just a tiny bit of it. It does give you a little bit of a coconut taste, but not in a bad way. Because I'm not a huge coconut fan, but I understand the benefits of it, so I'm using that one. Um, cook with nutritious, clean foods. Use less salt. Um, with a lower weight, I can also allow myself a little bit more. Like for example, if I spontaneously have like a dinner meeting with work or with friends or whatever, and I eat a lot, the next day I'm not gonna be like close to a 200 pounds. I will maybe gain 3 pounds, but I'll still be in a low weight class, and it'll be easy for me to just lose that little bit. Um, I wanna have or I want to require a skin tightening surgery maybe in like 3 years, because um, I've lost more than 100 pounds now, and after pregnancy I am really considering to get, in the same week to get the skin surgery, but that's really far away, and maybe with the gym it won't be so bad, so I don't really have to put my body through surgery, so that's something I leave in the open. To have willpower despite having a snack cupboard in the kitchen. I do have a snack cupboard. I have healthy choices in there, and I have not so healthy choices in there for my boyfriend and for me as well. But I want to be able to control myself, so that's a good exercise for me. Once a day, I want to have something sweet, may that be fruit or like something really like desserty. And I also chose to eat that stuff before noon or in the morning. Not a particular reason for that, but I have the feeling that if you eat sweet stuff in the morning, it gives you a really boost in energy and makes you feel like happy, and so that's the way to start the day. And in the evening, it might just block your metabolism for the night. Yeah. If I eat something sweet, I want to try and keep it raw or keep it not too chemical like Twinkies or Tootsie Rolls or whatever. These are like pure chemistry, so I'm gonna try to have good desserts, you know, wholesome desserts. Um, and one of my last goals is also that during vacations or special occasions, not to have a bad conscience if I eat some stuff that is not so healthy. Because you know, you should not have a bad conscience if you clearly decide to eat something. Yeah. Okay, so I'm sorry if I'm sometimes rambling because you know I don't really prepare for those vids. I just turn the camera on and um, get it going. And again, my water bottle. I don't have my blue water bottle anymore. I left it at work, so by Wednesday I'll have it again because Monday, Tuesday I don't work, so I'll have it by Wednesday again. And then chewing gum that I have in my mouth right now is one from the Whole Food store. It has xylitol in it. It's I think it's the ingredient that also cleans your teeth and prevents you from plaque and all sorts of stuff. And not a lot of chemical stuff in there. I need one more because the taste already faded. That's the thing, the taste kind of fades really fast. I think my supplements you already know. For the morning, the lunch, and the evening, I distributed the pills so I don't have to take all of them at once. And this is my raw organic bar, little hidden thing that I use if I'm really craving something nice and sweet. It's 100% raw chocolate with almonds and figs, and it always has like a little note in there like in fortune cookies, so it's really nice. And then I have the raw bite, organic fruit and nut bite with raw cacao. Okay, so a lot of stuff that I try to incorporate is raw foods, clean foods, simple foods, foods that, you know, if you have a conscience and you're, how do I say that, if you're somewhat intelligent, you know what kind of foods are healthy. So I try to eat those. There is a thing that I really want to do. I want to make a grocery haul, but since I'm really waiting on my paycheck this week because I'm kind of short, and I already bought all the things that I need for this week, there will be no grocery haul today. But I'm thinking about next weekend going for groceries on Saturday in the morning after gym, and then bring it home and show you guys all the stuff that I buy for a few days or for the entire week. I will have to see. And I hope that you guys get some kind of like inspiration or ideas from it. I will also talk about how I combine those foods. I might as well tell you what I do for lunch today. Well, this morning I have for breakfast 2 peaches and 1 apple sliced up and 1 string of yellow cheese, like cheddar. Then for lunch I'm going to make quinoa, 1 portion of quinoa. Then I'm gonna mix up fresh tomatoes with some basil, mix that with the quinoa, and then I'm gonna add tofu that I fry with a marinade that I make myself with some olive oil and spices, or like canola oil or coconut oil. And then I fry that tofu and I slice it up in small pieces, mix it with the quinoa and the tomato, and then sprinkle some cheese on top. So I'm gonna have straight up protein, straight up veggies. Tastes extremely good, and you can make a really good portion. So you're really satisfied and full. I did have the gastric bypass, so my portions are not too big, but since I have let myself go like 1.5 years post-op, I feel like my stomach has stretched a little bit. That's also been part of the reason why I probably gained some weight back. And therefore my portions still are a little bit bigger than maybe a gastric bypass patient that always did it right and always stick to the plan. So, but after fasting, I feel like my stomach has shrunk a little bit back to where it's supposed to be, and I do feel like my portions are okay. So what is planned for next week is making a grocery haul, telling you what foods you could combine, um, and also make the stats, of course. And then another thing that I was just about to say and I forgot it. Let me think. I was just talking about it. Oh, sometimes my head. Anyway, so next week there will be a few things to show you guys, a few things to do. So expect a very cool video and a nice video. By the way, how you like my hair? I've put a little darker tone to it and I really like it. And today I don't have organic makeup on my face because today I really felt like dolling up a little bit, with new hair, and I don't have that many products yet from the organic makeup, so it wasn't possible for me to create a look like that with just my organic makeup. So that's why I've used some of my old stuff, which is Bobbi Brown and MAC and that stuff. So yeah, for right now, I think I'm done. By the way, Shay, I'm going to write you an email with a grocery list, which by the way, I think would be a good thing also for me to read out to you guys next week when I'm doing my groceries, or like beforehand, to read to you what exactly I'm buying, because I know sometimes when you have let yourself go or when it's really difficult for you to go on a diet, you need like very detailed information to get started. Um, but anyways, Shay, I think for the purpose that you're following, um, the masterclass would be a good option to lose weight fast and to get back into that feeling of losing weight, of watching what you eat, of, um, suppressing those cravings, so that would be a good option. The masterclass, I suggest you look that up on a site that's official. Don't take like tips from me or from anybody else. Just look up on a site where somebody has a website just concerning the masterclass. And then after the masterclass, you ease out, and then it's really easy for you to eat healthier. Um, Other stuff that worked for me in the past was the block group diet, but I'm not really a fan of it because it tells you to not eat certain stuff because you cannot digest it as well as other block groups. So like cauliflower and strawberries were not meant for me, and I find that very strange because it's healthy foods. So yeah, that's all I have to say for now. I'm quite hungry, so I'm probably gonna fix my lunch. And after that, I wanted to go to the gym, but this morning I somewhat felt like I have a cold. I don't know if it's because the window was open or whether the whole weather situation in Switzerland last week was the cause. It was always like hot and then very cold, and that throughout the day. So could be. So tomorrow morning when my baby goes to work, I will be going to the gym. And then I have a work meeting in the evening. And then Tuesday morning going back to gym. And then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I'm at work. So that's my schedule at the moment. Saturday to Tuesday evening I'm free to do whatever. So I can do a lot of meal prepping. I can work out. I can take care of myself, my house, everything. It's important also to take time for yourself. And I know if you're working 100%, it's difficult, but just try when you come home from work to do good things for you. Take a bath, watch a nice movie or your series, fix a really nice dinner. Do stuff for you. Maybe even go to the gym if you still have the strength. So, but never make the gym a thing that you have to do. Like if you don't feel like going, just like me this morning, don't go. If you feel like it, just go. Don't think about it too much. And it's also helpful if you have like a bag right next to the door with your gym clothes and your gym shoes. So, if you see it, you feel compelled to go. So that's very helpful. Anyway, so I feel like this is the end of my video. I don't have much to say no more. Um, maybe for next week's video I will have to prepare a little better, because as I said before, you know, there's a few things I want to show you and make you see. So see you later next week.